You know, guys, there's two words that both start with the letter F that come to mind after last night's dance games. The first one is frustration. The other one, well, I think I don't have to spot you any other letters. You can figure out that one yourself. So last Saturday, I went 2-0 with my best bets and took a split with my free plays on the tournament. On Sunday, I won a perfect 4-0, 2-0 with my premium plays, 2-0 with my free plays in the tournament. Yesterday, you watched the video report. I gave you free winners on the early games, Notre Dame and Wisconsin. Then I had 5-dime best bet winner number 15 out of 18 on the early of the two late games, Kentucky. And you knew that one in the first half. I mean, that was over. After just 10 minutes of play, Kentucky was easily going to roll to the win and cover. And then I'm sitting there now, 3-0 last night, looking for a second straight 4-0 sweep with the premium plays and the comp plays combined in the dance with my 15-dime best bet on Arizona. And the first time I turn on the game, there's my Arizona Wildcats, a double-digit favorite, losing by 3. Big deal. They won by 8 points. They were never in the game. Xavier was clearly the choice and the way I should have played that game. Bottom line, you know, you can go 3-1 with the tournament plays and lose money, and that's what I did last night. But again, I don't lament the losses. I don't celebrate the wins. I mean, it's just one of those things. Yeah, I'm frustrated. Yeah, I used more of the second F word than the first one last night, trust me. But, you know, what can I say? 5-1 with my premium plays since Saturday in the dance. 5-1 with my free picks since Saturday in the dance. That tells me I have definitely got my finger on the pulse of these teams in the tournament. And it was just one of those things. I mean, listen, you can pound your fist, you can curse up and down, you can go crazy. But when you're that close, sometimes you just have to throw up your hands and go, it happens. But inevitably, as I've always said, you know, the breaks, even though they're going against you sometimes, and when you're on the wrong side of that break, you think you're never going to get another break in life, never going to get another break that's going to give you a winner. But in reality, if you were to step back and take a look at the long haul, I think inevitably the breaks more often than not go your way. So I live another day to play today, and I certainly will. A couple of handicappers were unlike me last night, and they cashed with their big best bets. Among them, Shawn Michaels, who had a 50-dime winner on Kentucky last night. And today, he has a top-rated 100-dime max wager release. Now, you know how deadly he has been with those 100-dime max wager releases in the NFL over the past 5 years. Well, this is his top-rated play in college basketball. It's Utah and Duke. Double the strength of the 50-dime winner you got on Kentucky yesterday at a discounted price of $24. Double the strength of the 50-dime NIT winner you got on Temple, destroying Louisiana Tech 2 nights ago, which you got for $22. Double the strength of the 50-dime winner you got on Sunday for just $19 with Temple and an NIT second-round route of George Washington. And this 100-dime play today, which matches his Super Bowl winner as well in the Patriots, is the half-price play of the day, and the coupon code is Sean, S-E-A-N. FYI, Jeff Benton, who has made $10 bettors over $5,000 in the dance alone over the past 5 years, has a 100-dime play on the same side as Sean tonight, and so do I. My 15-dime best bet is on the same side as Sean and Jeff tonight. I hope I don't jinx them by telling you that. But anyway, just being upfront. So there's your heads up for that particular play. Also, all your other promos, discounts, Brad Wilton, 777 triple play, another 60-dime winner, this time in the Michigan State-Oklahoma game. That is over on the homepage. You can check out all your other promos, all that good stuff. Get them all over there. Let me get to your complimentary plays here tonight. The game that I'm going to take a pass on is going to be the Gonzaga-UCLA game. Now, we know what happened in the first meeting this season at Pauley Pavilion. I'll tell you what, you know, I don't know what to make out of Gonzaga here. I gave you a free play with Gonzaga on Sunday, and they destroyed Iowa after a really poor performance in their first-round game against North Dakota State. I don't know. I don't know in that particular game. UCLA has certainly surprised me here, but I just don't know about the Bruins, what I'm going to get one day to the next. So instead, I'll take a pass on that game, and let me take a look at a couple of the other games. First of all, your game in Syracuse between NC State and Louisville. Okay, Louisville stopped Northern Iowa. And let's face it, the gamblers were all in love with Northern Iowa over the weekend, right? You know that as well as I do. And I think what happens is when a gambling public favorite that had captured the public's betting fancy, like Northern Iowa, gets handled as easily as Louisville made it look, that the following game for the victor of that type of matchup, in this case Louisville, you have kind of a perverted line that is made. Because suddenly now everybody's mind is going, hey, Louisville took care of Northern Iowa. It's almost like they forgot NC State knocked off a number one seed in Villanova. Okay, it's like, oh, hey, big deal, NC State. Yeah, they beat Villanova. Who cares? It's a weird dynamic. And when you consider that Louisville lost at home to NC State back on Valentine's Day, and I mean, they not only lost at home in that game, the Wolfpack totally dominated that game. You have to ask yourself, why is Louisville the 2.5-point favorite? Oh, they want revenge. Yeah? That's really going to just instantly deliver the point spread win? I don't see it. You lost at home to NC State. And you lost when you had your starting point guard, who was since shortly thereafter, in fact, got dismissed from the team because of legal problems, Chris Jones, scoring 20 points. And yet you got beaten like a drum at home. Because you got an NC State team that has a 3-guard lineup led by Cat Barber, who had 20-some points, I think 20 or 21 points in the game, plus 4 assists, that absolutely had no issues with your pressure defense. You were unable to force NC State into errors. And listen, it's not like NC State didn't win other big games this season. Did they not beat Duke? Did they not just beat Villanova? And yet the Wolfpack are the 2.5-point underdog in this game. NC State is not, how should I say, they don't have that one big dominant post player. And for a team that has a 3-guard lineup, they're actually a pretty good rebounding team. And it showed here in the first meeting against Louisville, because they out-rebounded them by 10 boards in that game. They outscored them in the paint 32-16. Again, what has changed here in the dynamic? I don't see anything. I think NC State could easily be the favorite here. I think this could easily be a pick-em game. I like NC State to win this game outright. Now, I'm not putting my money on it. It's a free play, but again, I've gone 5-1 with my complimentary plays here in the dance since Saturday. So I like the Wolfpack here. I like the way they showed their resiliency in the first round or their second round game, their tournament debut against LSU. With about 18 minutes to play in that game, they were down by 16. And then they managed to go on an incredible roll and pull off the 66-65 win. And then against a Villanova team that was very deep, had a very good guard-oriented squad, a very good outside shooting squad, they just took the Wildcats apart. They're playing with a lot of confidence. I'm going to go against Louisville here and take NC State in this particular contest. Okay, your next game, Michigan State and Oklahoma, another game that's being played in Syracuse. Interesting thing here. I mean, the Spartans are definitely peaking at the right time. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. Travis Trice, their guard, past 13 games, averaging almost 18 points a game. Brandon Dawson has averaged over 15 points the last 5. Those two are the keys here, obviously, tonight against Oklahoma, especially the latter, Dawson, because obviously Oklahoma is a very strong rebounding team. Problem with the Sooners is they're a very erratic shooting team. This is an interesting game in terms of the styles. Because listen, Michigan, beat Virginia 60-54. I'm not really surprised that the Spartans upset the Cavaliers in that one. Beat Georgia 70-63. I mean, a lackluster game. But the thing is, those two opponents tried to slow down the tempo of the game. Michigan State would rather get out on the break and run. Oklahoma's going to be more than willing to play that quick transition game here tonight. Oklahoma has a team of erratic shooters. You look at this Oklahoma team and you say, my God, they have a lot of rebounders. They're a decent shooting team at times. Why did they lose so many winnable games? Again, I never thought that Oklahoma and West Virginia would be the 2 Big 12 teams that would make it to the second round or the second weekend of the tournament. Well, West Virginia had its comeuppance last night, courtesy of Kentucky. I think Michigan State, Tom Izzo's squad, -1.5. I think you've got to play Michigan State in this particular game. Listen, the Sooners, who I used, I had a play on the Sooners this past weekend as a premium play. Yes, they beat Dayton 72-66 to get the cover. But my God, they were down 9 points with about 10 minutes to go in that game. And that was a Dayton team that was playing its 5th game in 10 days. And you couldn't put away the Flyers? How are you going to beat Michigan State? I just don't see it. And then in their first round game against Albany, They were lucky to win that game 69-60. So I'll go once again with the better pedigree team, and that being Michigan State, to advance here to the round of 8. Gee, that rhymes. Anyway, Michigan State and NC State are your two complimentary plays. As I said, no real feeling on the Gonzaga-UCLA game. Good luck to you all, guys, and I'll catch you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.